Over a decade of hunting in some of the world's most remote and untamed locations. Federal Premium Ammunition, powering your pursuit. King's Camo, the next era is here. Safari Club International Canada, first for hunters. Bushnell, purpose built. Their message of conservation and management has been shared with millions. So let's enjoy the experience before, during, and after pulling the trigger. This is Federal's Trigger Effect. This week, Dean and Kent travel to the East Cape of Africa to hunt with Royal Karoo Safaris. Royal Karoo is located in the mountains that form the interface between Valley Bush veld and Karoo veld types. You'll find some of the most varied hunting areas in South Africa. Our exclusive hunting area offers exciting walk and stalk hunting that is fair chase and done on an environmentally sustainable basis. This will be a challenging and exciting experience for the boys. So let's head to Royal Karoo Safaris and join Dean and Kent.
Believe it or not, welcome to Season 10 of Federal's Trigger Effect. And as you can probably see, we're in South Africa here hunting with Royal Karoo Safaris, and I'm going to be kicking off this hunt chasing impala.
Yep, and I'm going to be going after Red Lechwe. They've got tons of animals here at Royal Karoo. We can't wait to get out in the field, so let's not waste any more of your time, and let's get out there and do some African hunting.
Well, what an absolutely stunning morning here in Karoo. What's the plan?
This is a beautiful morning. We're going to head across the road. Okay. We're going to go and scout from the top of some of the ridgeline just behind you over here, okay, and take it from there.
Excellent.
Sorry guys, that was the first one. We'll get better.
That's okay. Well, it's been 4 years since Kent and I have been in South Africa, and boy, I'll tell you, it's great to be back.
It wasn't long after the boys left the lodge that the PH spotted a good kudu bull on the mountainside. The hunt is on.
Kind of going this way. Sun's coming from here, so what I want to do is just creep around this left side of the ridge. Okay. Kudu are moving from right to left. So hopefully we'll be able to cut them off. Okay, sounds good. So we've hiked up onto a height of land. Took a while, but they spotted the kudu cows. But they can't lay eyes on the bull, but even where the cows are located, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get a shot, but we're going to wait and see what happens because maybe he split off from him. But this is really cool. Just sitting here waiting to spot these kudu. We've spotted like 8-9 different species way down in the flats, like Africa rocks. So far it is Royal Karoo 0 and Kudu 1. I mean, they're known as the gray ghost of Africa for a reason. These things can just disappear, and that's exactly what happened with this bull. But while we were sitting here, we did spot a nice gemsbok that moved off in the distance. We also have some springbok down below us. So the game plan is we're going to use the height that we've gained to do a little bit of glassing, maybe spot our next target, and then off we go again. And that's a great thing about Africa. It's such a game-rich environment, especially here at Royal Karoo, that, you know, one failure just is another opportunity. So we're going to keep looking.
It only took the boys a few minutes before they spotted a good Impala ram bedded down in the valley. Time to cover ground and get back to the truck.
So what's the plan now?
So we're gonna hit the thickets
Okay.
after the Impala that we saw.
Okay.
So we're gonna check him out. We may bump into the gemsbok. But yeah, Impala is the target.
The target. Okay. I'll promise not to fall.
Let's see what we can find. About 250, 280 meters. So all we're going to do is just head back where we've come. We are still going to be downwind of them, so we're going to have a good position to sneak from.
Okay.
See what we can do.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Make sure you come back after this commercial break for more hunting action with Federal's Trigger Effect. Federal Premium Ammunition, powering your pursuit. Whatever you hunt, however you shoot, Federal has you covered with the best ammunition options in every category.
I like his shape, Dean.
Yeah.
He's got a nice box coming up, nice and straight. He doesn't turn back in. I think we need to try and have a go at him.
Okay.
We're just going to wait for this waterbuck to move
Yeah.
off a little bit and see if they don't get behind the ridge. But yeah, I reckon we need to go.
Okay. I got no shot right yet.
Shooting,
That was our first shot.
Great shooting.
I like the way you said. I like the way you said that. Well, there's your shot right there. Oh, okay, that's it right there.
Nice done.
Actually, feathered out his front end just enough in front that I knew I wouldn't get through. That I'd get it through.
Good shot. Very good shot.
That was awesome, my friend.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Thank you. That's my first ever Impala.
Oh, awesome. Let's go have a look.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's go have a look.
Well, I have to admit that was fun from front to back there, Drew.
It was a good hunt. I like the fact that we saw them from a ways off. We saw them bedded down. We retraced our steps. We came around. We had the wind to our advantage. We had the sun to our advantage. And we got the drop on them.
Okay, so we were up on top of that hill and you were looking down here, and what exactly were you looking for in this Impala?
It was actually a great situation because you could see two of the exact opposite horn types we were looking at. The one on the right, the smaller of the two, had a bell shaped, and so the tips came in, and this boy over here, he sits straight up. He's got quite a box shape to him,
Okay.
very thick base. and that's the kind of shape we're going for.
Right, so when you're referring to the box shape, you're basically these are the sides and then straight across the top. That's what you look for in them?
There we go.
That's awesome. Well, it was an incredible, like I said, it was an absolutely incredible hunt. I really enjoyed it. I love that, getting up close on them, you know, watching them for a while, you know, taking your time. We had that one waterbuck female that I thought was going to bump us.
Just kept staring at us and wouldn't leave, and just kept staring at us and wouldn't leave.
Well, all I got to say is thank you very much. And boy, I'll tell you, Royal Karoo, you really came through on this one for me. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Drew.
Good shooting, Dean.
Although Dean's hunt was over for his Impala, Royal Karoo still had an evening of adventure left for the boys. A night of luxury awaited them, with amazing food, drinks, fire, and of course, hunting stories all night. Royal Karoo starts your adventure at sunup, and it doesn't end until you close your eyes.
So what are we doing now, Drew?
We're going to head off to a Lechwe.
Okay.
We know that they're quite territorial. We know that there's a Lechwe ram in this area.
Okay.
And so we're going to walk down this kopje, use it as cover, and head west and see if we can pick him up.
The wind will be in our face.
So we're walking into the wind, which is great. Unfortunately, we've got the sun shining down on us, so we're kind of going to opt to be downwind rather than have the sun at our back.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just how we're going to have to play it.
All right, well, let's do this.
Stay tuned for more Federal's Trigger Effect. King's Camo. The next era is here. The XK7 pattern exclusively available for the XKG series.
So we're moving along the side of this kopje, as we call it in Afrikaans. We've kept cover in front of us. The wind is still in our face, as well as the sun.
Okay, the Lechwe is bedded down now, so we're gonna backtrack off of this kopje face, get down into some thicker cover, and see if we can't close the distance on them a little bit, keeping the wind in our favor. So better grab the gun and go.
Well, let's take a small break from the hunting action and join our friends at Lethbridge College for Conservation Connection.
So I'm here today to talk a bit about the difference between antlers and horns. I'm sure we've all had the experience before where somebody has seen a deer and they come and talk to you later and say, oh, you should have seen the horns on this deer. Let's find out today why that might be biologically incorrect in terms of that statement. So right here I have a white-tailed deer, and this deer has antlers. Okay, antlers are only found in the cervids, that is the family of deer. Here we have a bighorn sheep, and this is a bovid, right? Bovids have horns, and other members of this particular family would include antelope, goats, even domestic cattle. So what are the fundamental differences between horns and antlers? Let's start with this white-tailed deer. First of all, this particular antler right here, this is made of solid bone, and it is produced on an annual basis, right? These are seasonal, or what we call deciduous. So they will fall off later in the wintertime. So they produce this every single year. In contrast here, we look at this bighorn sheep. This is actually made out of keratin. Okay, and these are held for life. In fact, on some species, such as the bighorn sheep, because they're held for life and they potentially would grow throughout that life, you can actually age them by looking at these large kind of annual rings right there. The one difference is, even though the sheath right here is made of keratin, there is a bony element to that comes off these frontal bones right here. So this is called a bone core. Right? And there's all these little holes that we call foramina that actually have, again, circulatory tissue running through them that will fuel the growth of this keratin. And by the way, this keratin is similar to the hair that we have or the nails in our fingers. The other thing, if we look back at antlers, notice how, again, we have a main beam, you have tines coming off of it. Antlers will branch, right? So they have emanations coming off of them. That's one thing you'll never see on a true horn, right? So they could spiral, they can curve, they can twist like we see in ibex and various antelope, but they will never have a branch that comes off of them. Okay, so to reiterate, your antlers, again, are seasonal, or what we call deciduous. They're made of bone. Your horns, in the other case, they're held throughout life. The outer sheath is made of keratin. There is a bone core inside. One final thing is, you're only going to find your antlers on the male of the species, with the exception being caribou that have a smaller diminutive set of antlers on the female. And again, horns will be found on females, but they'll also be smaller. So now we know the difference between horns and antlers.
Okay, Drew, so we've dropped down off the top there. What's our game plan?
So the Lechwe's bedded down. He's looking this way. He's hidden from the wind, so he's behind a bush. We're moving our way into the sunlight, so what I want to do, because we don't have much cover, is just try and keep a straight line, avoid fishtailing, and try and get as much cover from each other as possible, try and be a single unit as we...
Everybody stay in single file.
As we try and get closer. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, lead the way. Well, we've closed some distance on this Lechwe, but we're running out of cover. So we're just formulating a game plan on how we can snake our way from tree to tree to tree to get within a shooting distance of this Lechwe. So I'm sure Drew, our PH, will figure something out. He hasn't let us down yet.
That's not true.
Come back and join Kent and Dean after these messages from our sponsors. Safari Club International Canada. First for hunters.
Those Lechwe are beautiful animals. Got real nice brown with the ribbed, curved horns. Hope we get close enough for this guy. He's a stud. Okay, we've dropped down. It's been a bit of a snake to stay from tree to tree to tree, but we're finally in a position where the Lechwe he's bedded and his face is covered with brush. So if we can drop a little bit more, we'll even have more cover between us and him. Hopefully we can close the distance and get him when he stands up. Oh, we're getting close. Right there, right there. Oh, he's running.
Standing.
There he is.
Take it. Take it.
Okay.
Looked like a good hit.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna go.
I tried to put it on the point of the shoulder, but I mean,
yeah.
when he first got up, he was going straight away from us. I'm glad he stopped in that clearing. Oh, I think we put a good shot on that Lechwe. That was a heck of a stalk. I mean, in this open scrub country, 6 foot overweight Canadian, it's kind of hard to hide behind all these thorn bushes, but good job, my friend.
No,
Thank you very much.
You did good.
Thank you very much. Nice. Nice. Oh, wow.
Well done. Good shooting,
Wow.
son. Good shooting.
That is awesome. Look at that thing.
So let me put the gun on safe. Well, folks, we've had another wonderful day here at Royal Karoo. Drew put us on all kinds of animals. I mean, we were on clip springers, red hartebeest. We found this Red Lechwe, and he said, let's make a stock on him.
Yeah, no, it was a great day. Lots of activity, a bit of wind, and we ended up on a fantastic stalk. We had to put our some effort in, but we came right in the end. And yeah, great animal to take. We've had a lot of drought in this area, and he's been under a bit of pressure, so I was really hoping to target this specific animal.
Oh, right on.
And we found him, and we did well. We got him down.
You bet. I mean, you got us right in on close on him there. It was fantastic. The sun was a little bit in our face, but we had the wind in our favor, so he got up, moved out in the open, put a good shot on him. He didn't go very far. I want to thank you very much. That's fantastic. I am super pumped. Red Lechwe, Royal Karoo, you got to book your hunt now. Well, folks, you cannot beat spot and stock hunting here in South Africa, and Royal Karoo's PH Drew put us right in close to that Impala ram of yours, and boy, you made a great shot, buddy. Congratulations, it's a beautiful ram.
Well, thanks for the shot, but I also had to mention that federal ammo did its job.
Yeah.
On top of that though, you know what, Kent, I have never ever seen a Red Lechwe before in real life until I saw yours, and what an absolutely stunning looking animal.
Yeah, they're sure beautiful.
Anyways, on top of thanking Drew though, we got to remember Yako, our tracker. He did an absolutely incredible job, and another thank you to Royal Karoo Safaris, and hopefully you'll join us next week here on Federal's Trigger Effect.
This has been a Thunder Boys production.